Greetings and welcome to Spiritual Magic Journey. This is going to be your oracle card reading for March the 19th through the 25th of 2018. And before I get started on this reading, I just want to say that we do have Mercury retrograde. I think that starts on, is it the 21st through April the 15th, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, that's going to be a few weeks there with Mercury retrograde. And you know to always allow yourself more extra time during the retrograde. Appliances, computers, everything can get scrambled. There can be some miscommunications. All sorts of little, annoyances can happen during the retrograde. So just keep yourself grounded and keep going and keep a positive attitude. I also wanted to speak quickly on this event that everyone seems to be up in a roar about. I've heard Pamela Ehrlin talk on it. Allison Cole, a quantum healing hypnosis practitioner, talk about it. Fluburn. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Her YouTube video she's been talking about. So a lot of what is the other girl's name? Kristen Davis has talked about it. So quite a few, and a lot of people in the Facebook groups have been talking about it. So that's supposed to be happening this month. I guess they don't call it March Madness for nothing, because a lot of things are going on. I think there was isn't there a solar event happening too? I think I've seen that somewhere, but this event, I don't know if you guys have been reading about it or anything. If it happens to me, it's going to happen on an individual level. That is what I'm feeling, that it's going to happen on an individual level. And I just found out about this probably this week about the event. And last weekend, I'm going to light some Hollywood now. That was my cedar stick. But last weekend, I had watched this movie called Annihilation. And then I happened to see someone talking about the event on Facebook about the rainbow mist. So if you haven't watched this movie, Annihilation 2018, it came out in 2018, go rent it. Also go rent The Beyond 2018. Two excellent movies. Beyond, I think, is already happening. And the Annihilation was the rainbow mist. But I think they tried to put it out as propaganda, maybe to scare people if this was what the event was going to be about. So, use your discernment about that. And if you guys have any comments about the event, leave it down below. I'll be happy to read them. If you've experienced it, I haven't yet. Like they said, it's going to be on the individual, depending on where your frequency is, your vibration. And that's going to pertain to how well you're going to react to the event. Whether you're going to let fear take over, or whether you're going to release the fear and, accept it with love. So that's enough on that. If anything major happens, I will do an update with you guys. But guess what? I'm using a brand new deck with you guys called Magical Dimensions. You see this? Brand new deck. There we go. Lay it down. Magical Dimensions. It's oracle cards and activators, and she has 4 different types. Let's see if I can find this before I get started. The main card categories are the angels, the elementals, the galactic family, and the chakras, which she also calls portals. So this is going to be interesting for me. This is the first time using this deck with you guys, so I'm ready to dig in there. And this is for the 19th through the 25th of March 2018. We're going to see what is going on this new deck. I will be drawing 3 cards, so you can choose your card or listen to all 3. See if any messages resonate. This is awesome. New deck, new cards, new messages coming through. So what messages want to come through for this week? We have retrograde starting, Mercury retrograde. Okay, that is card number 1. Card number 2. Get my crystals out of the way. And that will be card number 3. So, pick your card, 1, 2, or 3, or listen to all 3. Brand new deck. Let's get the bell. Love my little bell. If you haven't, guys, checked out my new shop, spiritualmagicjourney.com. I'm still working on it. It's a work in progress. Okay. Let's see what's under card number 1. If you chose this card. I am going to have to cut on the light. Liberation. Let's see that. Power, fulfillment, and self-attainment. Put that over. Can you see that? Liberation. Oh, that sounds like free from worry to me. So let's see what the book has to say about liberation. 26. This is a big book, so I'm going to try to juggle this book and the card. Now, do I need the light? If I can read it really. I do prefer the light off, guys. That is just me. I don't know why. I think it just looks better. And I love my lights. I love color. And I love lights. So let's see what liberation is. Power, fulfillment, self-attainment. Liberation resonates to that of complete realization of inner empowerment. The sacred ray represents total harmony. Fulfillment, power, and the ultimate joy of communion with one's soul and its purpose. It fully embodies all elements, fusing together in divine mosaic. This uplifting ray motivates a forward momentum of initiation frequencies to unfold an eventual arrival of self-attainment. So, no one can truly take your power unless you allow it. So if you've experienced powerlessness, Spirit is asking you to remember who you are and reclaim your power. Step up to your true potential, and in your current situation, take the initiative. Be assertive, but also be loving. It's time for you to be free and empowered. This may be your time to celebrate your achievement in life or release from those things that no longer serve you. And she's connecting this image with the rainbow white light color ray. So, any of you guys celebrating anything of your achievements maybe you, some of you guys may be celebrating your achievements. Others, you know, it is the spring, and the spring equinox coming up here on the 20th. I've got some more videos to do on that here later tonight. But are you releasing, letting go of things that no longer serve you? Are you getting rid of those? Are you doing that spring cleaning that you really need to be doing? Especially here in 2018. This is the time to release the things that are no longer serving you and let them go. It's also a time to, if you've felt powerless in the past, I don't think 2017 was, it wasn't the best year. But if you felt like helpless, powerless, you know, felt like you kind of gave your power away to someone else, letting other people make all the decisions in your life, or letting someone else rule you and tell you what to do, this is a time, this card is telling you, this is a time to take back your power. I do have an empowerment spell, a video on that. I think I even got a spell kit on my shop about for that. But it's time for you to take back your power, whether you want to do it spell wise or just go within yourself and claim your power, your true power, your authentic self. Who are you? You are a powerful spiritual human being. And with this card, liberation, I think some of you are going to be free from worry. If something has been on your mind and you've been worrying about something, and especially if it's financial, if it's your finances, I think you're going to have some, it's going to let up. You're going to get rid of that worry. It's going to ease up. I think your financials are going to get better, probably going towards April. Well, here we are at the end of March. And yeah, this month is almost gone. Wow. And then we're going to be in April. Whoa. But I think some of you guys are having financial concerns. And I think there's going to be some freedom coming with that in April. You're not going to be worrying too much. Let's say that. You're not going to be worried about your financial situation too much like you have been in the month of April. Now, I don't know if this means that you're going to get that promotion, get that job, start that business, do some freelance inside work, artwork, whatever it is that you do. But I do see your financial situation getting better. And for those that do feel a little powerless, it's time now to take back your power. Be assertive, like the book says, but be loving about it. You can do that in a kind way, a loving way, taking back control, stepping up to the plate, getting back in the game, so to speak, instead of letting someone else, you know, take the role and making the decisions and being the leader. Get back in the game by becoming empowered. And I do feel like for some of you, your finances are really, really going to get better, and you're going to be not worrying so much about those coming in April. Coming in April is what I'm getting for that. Yeah, so believe in yourself. Believe in yourself for this card if you chose number 1. Believe in yourself. You can do anything that you want to do. You can create your own path, your own way. Only you have the power to do that. The question is, do you want to do it or not? Or do you want to still feel helpless? So I want you to believe in yourself. Be confident and take back your power. So let's see what's going on for number 2. Solar portal. Let me read this. Being centered, balancing power, manipulation. Solar portal. Can you see that card? That writing is so small at the bottom, and I do have my glasses on. Let's see what the book has to say about that. What number is it? 36. So small, the writing is so small on the wall. Maybe small, but I get it. Let's say that. So, beautiful card. Solar portal. Being centered, balancing power, and manipulation. Now I'm going to have to cut on this light. Otherwise, I just leave it on. It says, and you see what the color ray connected with this is the Sunlight color ray. And it is an awesome card in it. Really getting to know yourself at the deepest of levels and learning about personal power will take you on a journey of the self. Once dialed into the soul, intuition, and the gut level feelings become a daily routine, thus making decisions easier and more fluid. Yes, it does when you trust your gut. Here, at the center of the chi, true soul power is the brilliant and potent as the sun. Unlock your inspirational and fiery passion from deep within and radiate it outward for humanity. Are you trusting your gut feelings? Your intuition will guide you with making wise decisions. If you listen, if you make choices based on the external world, your powers will wane. So become centered and balanced from your core. You need to radiate confidence in this situation. Don't be easily swayed or knocked over. And be very conscious of others' intentions at this time. It's time to trust your gut feeling. Wow, that is really telling you something direct right there. It's telling you do not be influenced by what's going on around you, and to be very conscious about others' intentions at you, what's going on around you, the people that's around you at this time. You know, I talk about the gut feelings is your psychic intuition. It is you telling you, but we don't always listen to it. Once we start listening to our gut feelings the first time, it makes it easier and to make decisions, and you will start trusting yourself more and more and more, and it will become so much easier to navigate through this matrix that we live in. So it's telling you to always trust your gut feeling. If you need to get balanced and centered, do some meditation. Ever how you ground yourself, there's many ways of grounding. I mean, you can, there's tons of them, many ways of doing it. it also said, don't be easily swayed or knocked over. Wow. So some of you guys, is there something going on that if you chose card number 2, that you got a suspicious feeling? Is there something going on there where you have a suspicious feeling about someone, or someone's trying to change your mind or your decision that you want to make because you want to go with your gut feeling, but somebody else is telling you to do something else or go with something else, or look at what society around you, look at the world. Most of the people are doing this or going with that, but you want to go a different route, is what I'm feeling. That this card is telling you to trust your own power, because there could be some manipulation going on around you. Somebody could be trying to manipulate you into doing something that maybe you're not 100% sure that you want to go that route, is what I'm getting here, is what I'm feeling that this card is speaking of. So be careful about that. Be centered within your heart center. Be centered and do some balancing with the light and dark. You know, there's you have to feed both. You have to feed both to keep them balanced. But I'm getting that someone may be trying to manipulate you into doing something that you're not 100% wanting to do, or sure of, or go with. And I'm feeling this card is telling me, or Spirit is telling me, and this book really is saying, don't be swayed and don't be knocked over. Stand your ground. It reminded me of the Seven of Swords. Not the Seven of Swords, but the Seven of Wands. Of standing up for yourself. Standing up for yourself and making your own choices. And not being manipulated or swayed by what other people think or say, or how you should be, what society says that you should be. So I want you to pay close attention to that this week, and listen to your gut. If this happens to happen to you, or this is maybe already happening, and you're just not 100% sure, that you just want to go with what this person's saying, or what the rest of the society is doing, and you just don't want to do that. And also it says be conscious of others' intentions. So I think somebody's got some. It reminds me of the Seven of Swords too. Somebody may have some ill intentions, and they want you to fail. They want you to make the wrong choice, or the wrong decision, or go with them, or follow their lead. But I don't want you to do it. I want you to stand your ground and trust your own instincts, so you don't get swayed or knocked over, or pulled under by this person or these people. Wow. That came clearly straight through. So let's see what's under number 3. Higher perspective. The cosmos, awakening, unity. Higher perspective. That is a beautiful looking card, ain't it? Higher perspective. Let's see what the book has to say about that. And that's 21. I got the book upside down, of course. 21. The cosmos. I love the stars. I love lights. You can tell by all the lights I always have in all my videos. I'm surrounded by all different kinds of lights, not just the ones you see, but I love lights, like the stars and all that good stuff. Cosmos, awakening unity. So this is connected to the sonic purple color ray. And I love purple too. Higher perspective resonates to peace and serenity, and the soul's connection to the cosmos. It purifies and clears confusion about the soul's place in the universe, and assists the soul with feeling allied with a greater purpose and higher power. It helps with delivering fresh vantage points into challenging circumstances, and reminds all beings to perceive situations from a higher, more celestial perspective. So, the cosmos is asking you to see your situation from a higher perspective. Perhaps you've been too focused on trying to solve your problem from only one point of view, and need to ask the universe for assistance in bringing you a new outlook. Expand your ideals into brighter, bigger ventures. Think big. You are awakening. New ideals will be coming forth that are of a higher, cleaner vibration. I love that. This is the time of full expansion and attracting a very high frequency. Wow. That is totally awesome. I love that. So some of you may be too focused on trying to solve your problem from only one point, one viewpoint. It's okay to ask the universe. I always ask the universe for advice. That's one thing you guys have heard me say that all the time, that every night I say good night, Mother Earth, and send her healing energies and blessings, and I say good night to the universe. I always love going outside and looking at the stars and talking to the universe and talking to the cosmos. I do it. I'm not ashamed to admit that I do that all the time. I love to do it. But it's telling you to for some of you that are trying to solve a problem from one vantage point, one viewpoint. It's okay to ask for help, is what this card is basically saying. It's okay to ask for help. You can ask for help from your higher self, your spirit guides, the universe, the cosmos, or you can ask a friend, a colleague, or anyone if you're trying to solve a problem. But you're only looking at, they always say 2 heads are better than one. Maybe someone else has a better viewpoint. Maybe an outside person. You've heard that. Let's get an outside person to make a choice, to help us with this, because they have they're not biased. They really have no vantage point of going one way or another. So it's okay to ask for outside help, is what I'm getting with this card. I'm also getting that because they can bring, a new outlook on your, if you have any problems or you're trying to figure out something, they may have a new, fresh outlook. Just get a new pair of eyes. And I'm also getting that if you guys are having any ideals that you could be expanding and they could be expanding probably, I would say, on into this year, really, with this card. But it's telling you to think big, that you are awakening to new ideals. that will be coming forth that are higher and cleaner vibration. I love that. So new things are happening to some of you guys on a very high spiritual level. I don't know if your guides are contacting you. You're actually able to vibrate much higher. Maybe you've had your self-discipline, you cleaned up your diet, you did your meditation. Now you're going to have those high vibrations, high frequencies coming to you that are much more cleaner, much more pure, much more satisfying, much more giving you more awareness of where you need to go next, and what your goal, well, not your goal, but your job. We all have our little jobs that we came here to do. And this is going to carry you to bigger and brighter things. And this could be, I'm talking spiritually and a physical level. Spiritual and a physical level with this card. And you could be also attracting higher frequencies. So that on a spiritual level, you may be, I don't know if you guys are astro traveling, talking with higher beings, communicating with higher beings, talking to the masters, the ascending masters, the universe itself. You're vibrating high, so you can do that when you're getting those when you're on a vibrating on that high frequency, especially in the 5D. So for some of you, you're going to be, especially if you have been wanting to contact your guides or your spirits or your angels or anything like that. I see that happening. See that happening. This is a higher perspective card. You're awakening. Knowing, coming into your true power, unity, knowing who you are. And knowing you are one with the Creator, Source. Understanding that. Understanding, wanting to know more about the cosmos for some of you. And where you come from, who your soul family is out in the cosmos. And for others on a physical level, like I said, expanding. You're going to get ideals popping left and right, especially if you're trying to come up with something new. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you're a writer. Maybe you want to start your YouTube channel. Maybe, I don't know what you're doing, but you're going to get more ideals just coming through. It's going to be bigger and brighter ventures, this book says, for some of you guys. I love this card. It speaks on so many different levels. It's not only spiritual, but I'm talking about physically. You know, and that's awesome. I absolutely love this card. So maybe you're wanting to expand not only yourself, but I'm talking physically here. Expand your business, expand your knowledge. To me, this card is saying your future looks bright. Really, really bright. For others, you're going to be really vibrating high this week. Probably the rest of this month and onward with yourself. And learning a lot about truly who you really are, and making those connections and doing, I don't know if any of you guys are channeling or speaking, having that one-on-one communication with the angels, the guides, you know, whatever or whoever, whatever type being that you're communicating with. And for others, I just see your businesses flourish. You're getting new ideals. You're vibrating higher. When you vibrate higher and you're on that good, that the higher frequencies, life just seems to, just go so well. You ever notice that? And then sometimes you get kicked back down into 3D. Things don't affect you as much when you're vibrating higher. You see the catastrophe over there in a different place, but it's not affecting you at all. That's what I mean by vibrating higher. Things go so smoothly and so well. It's like the universe is dancing along with you, in this dance of life. So this is a pretty awesome card. I just absolutely love it. If you chose number 3, I really see things just you just going on your merry way. In the physical and the spiritual, same thing. Living that 5D life, which is awesome. Sometimes I feel like I'm there, and sometimes I'm back in 3D when it comes to family. And stuff like that can pull you back down into 3D. Especially if they are not in agreement with where you are and are not vibrating as high as you are. But that's okay. Everyone's going to make it there, 5D, eventually. That's okay. But when you're vibrating and your frequency is high up there, man, everything just goes so perfectly and smoothly. Nothing's really affects you. It's just like the universe is dancing, like I said, dancing along right there beside of you on your every move. You know what I'm saying? So this pretty awesome card right there, higher perspective. Some of you may be awakening, on the verge of awakening, wanting to know about the cosmos, wanting to know who am I? That's the number one question it all starts out with. Especially when you start waking up. It's like, who am I really? It's got to be more than this, what I see around me. When you start waking up, you want to know more, where you came from, how Earth began, what's going on, is the galactic war, all sorts of things. What is 5D, the new Earth? Man, it just goes on and on and on and on. That's what awakening is. Learning who you really, really are. So, what do we have? Liberation, soul portal, and higher perspective. The universe, the sun, and liberation. Self-assurance. Fulfillment. Awesome cards for this week. I think some of you are going to find liberation. Freedom from worry. A lot of you guys are going to be higher perspective, really waking up. May have something to do with this event that's going on. Could be subtle enough that you don't even notice what's happening, but they say it's going to affect everything. Everything. You can't run and can't hide from it. I heard one of the ladies talking about the bunkers, especially if it comes out and we're able to see it, because most people will probably get frightened and scared and want to go hide in their bunkers, but it's going to affect everything, the animals, the plants, the walls, everything is just going to come through the walls. Some people say it looked like a rainbow mist. That's why I said go watch that movie, The Annihilation. Some people say it looks like a dark mist. I don't know. I want to know your thoughts on it. What do you think about the event or this energy surge that's coming in? supposed to be this month, happening this month. Some people have already went through it and told their story about the event. All you got to do is do a search on YouTube. Like I said, Allison Cole, she does the quantum healing hypnosis technique, and she went through details about it. So you might want to go check that out. Do your own research. Have your own discernment. Don't believe anything I say. Go research it yourself. That's what I always do. And then I research it again. But I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I love you. Each and every one of you. Please, thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I absolutely love it. I'm going to leave it at this. Blessings, guys. Namaste.